So you gonna bring us in on an introduction?
I'm bringing this in already. We already here. We live. We at the hood classes right now. And stop laughing. No. You know,
What's your name?
I don't know. We'll make up a name later.
Okay.
My name is anonymous, like Bobby Valentino. Where you going, Bobby V? You remember he's running from that transvestite? That shit was funny. Okay, but anyway.
Okay.
Okay, we here. We back. How was your weekend?
My weekend was great. Thanks for asking.
So what you do this weekend, Lou?
Oh, wow. See, I had a lot going on. We actually fed the less fortunate this weekend, so
Wow.
it was a lot of preparation with the food. We probably fed about 200 people or so.
Y'all fed 200 people?
Yes.
And you ain't called me? You know, I got a house full of niggas. I got a house of 4. See? God don't like ugly.
You're not
I bet
less
you.
fortunate.
Was Sister Coleman there?
She was not.
Oh, she wasn't there?
No, she wasn't.
That's amazing. I give you props for that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you why, because we never really did that at my church. That's one thing. My uncle tried to get into it, but it was just too much. You know, when you're getting funding and the government's giving you like food and extra stuff, you got to watch. It was too many hands I think he had to watch. So he didn't really want to do it. So we didn't really do it. So how was it? Was y'all on Owens and Las Vegas Boulevard? By the shade tree?
Yes, we were.
Damn. You saw me over there where that dude was trying to beat the shit out of that dude with the pickaxe? That was by the cemetery? You was over there?
Yes, we were.
Damn, y'all
Yes, we
fed
were.
200 people?
About 200
Okay.
people. Mm-hmm.
How was the vibe there? Because you know some people come and they just be like, oh, it's food. And then some people are like, oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. And they tell you their story and how they... Did you get a lot of that?
Right, we did. Both, actually.
Both?
You know, some people are really aggressive. They want the food. They want it right now. And they
Yes.
want money.
And they want money.
And they want money. And then you have those who are very grateful that someone's looking out for them. So, yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Okay, when y'all feeding the less fortunate and you're trying to help them out, what is the reaction of some of the other members at the church? Because everybody has a different perspective. Some people are doing it because, you know, it uplifts them. It makes them feel good about themselves. Some people do it because they're like, well, Sister Nuke is going, so I guess I'll do it too. Because I don't want her to be looked at as the person that's always feeding the homeless. You know how church people could be.
Right, right.
And then some people, as soon as they get there, ooh, girl, these people smell like like a toilet bowl. Like, come on. Yeah, how was it? Was it like that? Because I know a lot of the members at my church was kind of like that.
In the beginning, it was like that, but we've been doing this for years. And I do it with multiple people, actually. So not just my
Okay.
congregation. I also do it with another group as well in the neighborhood, 89106.
106.
That's right.
That's
and
where my mom used to
so,
stay. You damn right.
that's where I grew up, actually. And so the group that I went with was really about praying,
Okay.
you know, praying for them, you know, and just assessing to see how we can meet another need outside of food. So,
Wow. So with that being said,
messy. Uh-huh.
no, with that being said, what perspective do you have? Because you've been doing it for a long time.
Right.
Is that why you so chill? Like, that must be why you just chill. Can't no, as messy as people are, I ain't never really seen nobody rattle you. I've seen you just kind of look at people, but you don't get rattled. Because that must be an eye-opener where you like, why am I tripping with these people at this job? Or not even at the job, but why am I disputing with a friend or a family member when they homeless?
It can always be much worse than what we think it is at the time. And since I've been doing it since I was young, I grew up in 89106, so I've seen...
You went to Madison?
I did not. I went to Kit
Kit
Carson.
Carson.
That's right.
Of course.
Get
It's
it
either
right.
Madison and Kit Carson.
So I've seen the West Side change. Back in my day, it was really nice, of course, until crack cocaine came in.
Yep.
But, you know, a lot of those people on the street, some of them I know, and it's heartbreaking. So it's a reality check to be grateful for what I have, actually.
All right, that's cool. I really think that that's tough, feeding the homeless. I say I never done that. I want to do it, but I know I be joking a lot, and it's hard for me because what I do now, we deal with a lot of homeless people too, and they are super aggressive to the point sometimes where you will be like, "Dang, you super aggressive."
Right.
You know, what's the issue?
There's been fights.
I bet.
Uh-huh.
I bet there's been fights. You better get your hand off my cornbread, nigga. Get your hand off my pocket,
Just
nigga.
fighting over different things. But come on out. I'll invite you out.
Yeah, I'm gonna
But
do
you can't
it.
be joking. You got to be serious.
I know, because when at my job, I deliver and I do stuff like that, and it is difficult because sometimes they have good stories. Sometimes I'll be laughing because some of their stories are funny and they're very knowledgeable about stuff. But I give you props. That's difficult because you're looking at it all day. It's all day and it's nonstop, and it's everybody with their own specific story and how they feel and what's going on and all this other stuff. So I get that.
And I think a lot of us have become desensitized to it because we do see it all the time. And you have the panhandlers on the side of the road. We don't know if it's real, if it's fake. So I get it.
And then what about the people that come to y'all and y'all serving them, and then they just bring like 10 cousins with them? And be like, they ain't get their food either. See, that's when I'll be like, see, that's the problem. So that's good. So you did that Saturday and Sunday?
We prepped all day Saturday, and Sunday is when we went out and fed. Yeah.
All day Sunday. So y'all didn't have church?
We didn't have, no, we prepped all day Saturday.
And then y'all went-
And after service on Sunday is when we went out.
Wow.
Yeah.
On Sunday.
Yeah. And it was hot.
You was
So,
outside, tent?
out, no, we were outside.
Dang, you just told me I brought some alkaline water.
Yeah, it was outside.
Dang.
So, yeah.
Was there a lot of young kids there from your church?
We do not have a very young population.
Oh, okay.
So no, our population is about 47 and above. I mean, we have a few younger, but
That's how our church was. It was like, it was the older generation, and then it was my generation, and then it was
dear.
like a couple, like it was a lot of kids up under me. But then after us, it's like my uncle's church right now. It's he holding on, but it's not that many. My older brother's there, but we never did the homeless thing. I think they probably wouldn't have took me because me and my cousin, we'd been laughing and playing too much. I ain't gonna lie, we'd have been laughing and like I know me, and I would have befriended some of them, but I've been laughing and joking, and you know, because sometimes you laugh to keep from crying, as my grandfather used to say, and you feel bad for some of them people.
Yeah.
You do. You know what I mean? So that's good. So you did it. What was it? Y'all went to Sunday school, church, and then after that, y'all just all drove over there together?
yes, in different cars. So after service, there wasn't a big van of
Look,
us.
she
So
said-
after
look,
service,
she said in different cars, y'all. So basically, she telling y'all, look, check this out. I ain't riding with sister such and such out there. I got to go home.
That's
and
right.
Get in the shower and be ready for my husband. No, that's good, man.
Yeah.
So after church, y'all just all drove over there and met. Look, you know some of the
not
saints-
everyone, but
Yeah, you know
a
the saints was
majority.
like, I see you there. Don't worry.
And you don't see them,
And
right?
then you don't see it. What happened to you? Oh, girl,
See, what had happened
this
was
is what happened. Man. Y'all pray for me, but I'm glad y'all did that. Is it a lot of churches out there that be doing it?
there's quite a few who do. Yes.
You already know. Well, I'll tell you my view on it.
Okay.
There is no reason on this earth, in the United States of America, Incorporated, because it is a corporation, that the 1%, it should never be any homeless.
I agree.
Ever. If I look up, let's just say I'll look up Microsoft. You look up Microsoft right now, $770 billion is the net worth. Do you know what
Wow.
I'm saying? But it's niggas on the street talking about, could I get a burger?
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like, man, what? Do you look at Berkshire Hathaway, you look at all these people, and I'm not just throwing them out to make it seem like I know, because I don't know anything. But when you see that stuff, you like, I'm not trying to spend their money, but damn, they act like it ain't no obligation of theirs. And I don't want to be that way. That's one way I don't want to be. I guess that's why it's called moral hazard. You don't want to not have anything, and then once you have it, you want to stick your chest out as my mom would say, stick your titty out. You know, my mom would say that. Oh, now nigga got something. You want to stick your titty out, nigga. You know, that's how my mom was. But I'm just saying you don't want to be like that because you see it a lot.
Right.
And then when you see, because I'm telling you, I'm always over there delivering. Shade tree all the time. And I try to treat everybody with respect. Sometimes you do get the people that's got their attitudes or they feel like they're entitled, you know, but I think you got to see past it. I give you props. I give you props.
It's not me, you know. It's from a higher
It's
power.
a higher power.
Because
God, I hope it ain't Pau Gasol. With the blue eyes and the perm.
Can we go to commercial break, please?
Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. So this is what I want to talk about today.
Okay.
Nuke, I'm sorry, but when we was in that Starbucks, what the hell is that? Now I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a little bit.
Okay.
I love my black people. I love them to death, Nuke. You know that. I don't care who you date. Love your own. You know what I mean? You can date whoever you want. You can be with whoever you want. White, Caucasian, whatever, Mexican. But within those confines, still know who you are and still speak up for your people. Now, me and you was at the Starbucks in a decent neighborhood.
Yes.
I don't think it's hood. I don't think no neighborhood out here really is hood to me.
Okay.
It's just in my perspective. Okay, you have maybe hoodish neighbors or hoodish people.
Right.
But the actual, I don't think it's that bad. Well, when we were in there, before you got there, just so everybody can know, we have powwows every couple of weeks or a week. You know, we sit down, we discuss different topics of what's going on. I think it's very important for melanated people to get together and discuss things because it'll raise your frequency level and you can vibe, and when your energy's up, you can charge from that energy. Now, I'm not telling my melanated people to meet at the La Quinta Inn and get there. I'm not telling you to do that because you know that's what people will do. Oh, you know, I seen them at the Starbucks. You know, I'm not telling you to do that, but we meet all the time to brainstorm. You know, let's see, pick each other's brains, and we at the Starbucks. And before you got there, you know, I was really tripping because I was like, are they really about to do this? My melanated brothers and sisters, I hope people are listening to this. And if you were there, I hope you hear this. What are y'all doing? Y'all know damn well y'all had a full-fledged party in Starbucks. And y'all, it's like, what are you doing?
Right.
I mean, a full, like, Nuke.
It was inappropriate.
Them, like, and I'm like, what, are you tripping? In my mind, I was like, am I tripping? No, I'm not going to say nothing because we are programmed to destroy each other right off bat. Like, the first time we see somebody, oh, look at them. But I said, no, let's just see. But when they started reorganizing the tables with their cake and their plates, and then I see a whole bunch of Starbucks cups with water. Right. Because I'm watching you fill up water. You're not buying nothing out of Starbucks. And I'm not saying that we're not supposed to meet there because I see Caucasians meet there all the time. And maybe I have seen Caucasians organize. But we have to understand, we don't own these things. Right. And you have to have a certain level of conduct, in my opinion, because them people was looking at everybody. They were looking at them, like the workers, even your man that fixed your drink and he took the trash out, you know, without washing his hands with the tiara on.
Yes.
You know, the one that told everybody, oh, we're closing in 5 minutes.
Exactly.
You know, him. They were kind of looking, this is my perspective on the new. Don't be mad when they create some type of a law or create some type of a code of conduct where if you're in our store, you have to buy something. Right. They're just going to wait and let things settle down, and then they're going to create. This is what they do. They create laws, statutes. This is what they do. They don't be, let's get together and let's protest. We go fight for our rights. Fight for our rights. Right. Live or die. Let's lay down. We're going to lay down on the 95 freeway and protest. And then while you laying down, they at that government building, the pyramid, rewriting the laws. For you. Exactly. To make sure you're prohibited to doing certain things.
But common sense should have told them, you're coming into this establishment where they sell food and drinks to at least make a purchase.
That's what I was
Although
saying.
I
Lou.
thought it was inappropriate that they brought their own food from Albertsons into Starbucks to eat it and drink it.
Because we're watching you. Everybody's watching us.
Mm-hmm.
Look, they look at us when we go in. Because
Right.
I come in there with my alkaline water. If they sold alkaline water, I would probably buy it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But they don't sell alkaline water. So
Right.
I just happen to have my own.
Yeah,
So
right.
I bring it there. And if I eat the fruit, for the most part, I try to eat it before I go in there because I know, they're looking and viewing us a certain way. And perception is people's reality.
Exactly.
Now, I might laugh and joke but I just think that would. I just was like, what are they doing?
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing I didn't get. I was like, y'all really finna have a full-fledged party.
A full
It was
party.
like 20 people in there. And they took all the tables and like, okay, I guess we don't want no table.
Right. All the tables and
I
chairs.
just look at it from a different perspective. Like, but y'all be mad when they be like, what y'all niggas doing in here? anyway?
Exactly. And why aren't you
Paying for anything.
right?
Why you not
Buy a
buying
bag of
nothing?
chips.
Buy a bag of chips or something. Why you not paying for nothing? And that's the thing that irritated me the most.
Mm-hmm.
Because I felt like, why do we have to do that all the time?
We, it's us
Exactly.
who do it. Probably not the only ones, but the way they did it was a bit extreme to me.
Look, it was.
They did everything. Did they sing Happy Birthday? What was it?
I don't know. It was somebody.
It was a party.
Probably little KK. You know, one of them. You know how we do. Little Kavion and
It
little
was bad.
Travion. I know this. I love my melanated people, and I don't want this first thing to be like, oh, this nigga's a coon.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't bug dance and I don't eat butter biscuits. So that's not what's going on over here. And neither does we don't do that on this show.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna do that. And we're not messy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know one
Well,
person that's
well.
messy.
Well,
Look, this person is messy. I ain't gonna say her name, but she on the mic right now. But anyway, look, we're not gonna do that. That's one thing. I just was watching like, why do we do that?
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like sometimes we feel like we supposed to have what they had.
mm-hmm.
Why we ain't got what they had?
Mm-hmm.
But I always look at it like this. This infrastructure is not set up for you to win anyway. It's not this. If you look at the infrastructure, if you read, like I'm reading this book right now, it's not that great of a book. It's like post-slavery. It's like after the Emancipation Proclamation. It's by this, it's Caucasian man, white guy.
Okay.
He wrote this book. It's over there sitting on the table, and it just basically talks about how they were. Because I read this book called The New Jim Crow. I read it like last year. It's by Michelle Alexander. Her husband's an FBI agent, or he worked for the FBI or something like that. I can't give you all the depths.
Okay.
But she was basically saying like how Obama was just kind of a figurehead, and how they still funding. They're taking us and funneling us through the prison system.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this white man is saying the same shit from the 1800s.
Wow.
It is. That's why I just look at us sometimes when we get in there, the establishments, and you're not going to go to Chuck E. Cheese and do that, even though Chuck E. Cheese is a different type of establishment, and they'll
Right.
put your ass out. But I'm just saying,
You're not getting through the front door.
You're not getting through the front door,
Right.
And this is Chuck E. Cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is the thing that people don't get. Peter Piper Pizza killed a kid, went away for a couple of years, and they back.
Right.
And everybody just in there.
And I know that kid. Mm-hmm. I knew that kid.
And you know me. See?
Uh-huh.
See? And now they back.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Where are the people at standing outside right there like, nah, y'all still, but they messing with OJ.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm just saying. It's like,
Over his stuff.
I think what frustrated me is, it's like, look, everybody loves Starbucks. I'm not mad at Starbucks. I'm not a hater of Starbucks. I'm not a hater of anything. I just want people to see the complexities of how they view things and how they restructure their laws and stuff like that. Think about it. You know damn well whoever worked in that Starbucks, they'll be reporting that to their chain of command.
Absolutely.
And they're going to try to do something about it. They just going to wait.
Absolutely. There'll be signage on the door or somewhere.
You must purchase something.
Right. And no outside food.
No else. Exactly.
Or drinks.
Or drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Because of them. Now I can't bring my alkaline water. Now I got to drink it down before.
Mm-hmm.
I just,
Which is why every time we meet there, I try to buy something.
and that's what I was telling my girl. I was like, every time we in there, Nuke always buy something. You don't never just be in there. And I noticed, and I was like, I need to probably buy something too, but only thing I drink is water, and I already have my fruit. But I'm just saying I need to buy something. But then I'm like, well, I ain't gotta prove nothing. But I'm not gonna. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna invite all my family members, or even 15 of them, and have a full-fledged party in the lobby.
Right.
Some people go there just to be on their laptop. Some people go there to study. Some people go to read. It's like, it's a hangout, but it's not really a hangout.
But it's still a meeting spot. A lot of people use it.
Yes.
Meetings, interviews. Remember?
Remember, we was watching that in Nuke. Let's keep on it. When me and you met, and I know I'm gonna be loud, we go outside.
Exactly.
We don't stay in there. We go outside. That's why I'm like, well, why would y'all do that? And then they'll be the main ones mad. And what tripped me about that neighborhood too is that neighborhood is it's a very deceptive neighborhood, because I deliver over there, so you'd be like, wow, this is great, until you get to those apartments behind that gas station at 7-Eleven, and then you go over there and you be like, oh, that's why when people say, oh, I live in 89129. So what part? The west part, or the south, or I would say the southwest part, or what part? The far west part. So apartments. Once they start saying apartments, and there are apartments on the upper echelon like Cliff Shadows or whatever.
Yeah,
that's 129 as well. And when they be like, "Oh no, I don't live on Cliff Shadows." Oh, so you're on Tenaya. You are in the hood,
right?
It's just people don't know that, because what 129 does is it brings a mystere about people. You know, there's like this. Oh, you live in 129.
It's not what it used to be. I will say that.
Yes, because it used to be
yes,
very, very quiet, very elegant, very much. But it has changed, because now they're running out of space to build anyway. I just want to know where they're going to ship all the niggas. Yes, I did say that. I want to know when they're going to ship all the niggas out of these hoods when these Caucasians want to move back in them. Because I see the gentrification. They got Tenaya Creek on the west side, across the street from the old Moulin Rouge. And everybody acting like that's okay.
Exactly.
Mario's or somebody should be right there. That should be somebody's bar. I don't understand that. That shit
They're going to eventually
me.
push them out. That's why.
And this is what happens. Look at Brooklyn. When Big E or Jay was on those steps, those brownstones is probably worth $50,000. But the Caucasians like, well, we want to move back there now. Now, $2 million for a brownstone. Basically, all you're paying for is a triple stack, because that's all it is. You under the ground, and then the first level, and then the second level. That's all it is. That's crazy. Just LA's the same way. I was talking to one of my coworkers. I was talking to him today, and I didn't put nobody's name out there because we not about that. We not messy like that. We messy off the air, y'all. We ain't messy on the air. And he was just talking about, you know, the taxes and all that. And I don't like to really get involved in taxes and stuff like that, because I don't have the logistics behind that. But I can tell you one thing. While you're up there jumping around, yes, all you people out there jumping around about the Raiders, but why the Clark County School District is last?
Exactly.
Why is that in last place? Why the schools look like that? Why, you know,
our teachers aren't being paid.
Why y'all not paying the teachers? I can literally go work for the city and collect coins and make more money than teachers.
It's ridiculous.
And nobody says anything. And that's the stuff that frustrates me, because it's like we want to be mad. Okay, I'm glad that they put the racist people at Starbucks on blast about being racist. Hey, Ellis DeWall, apologies. Hey.
And it's not just Starbucks; it's everywhere.
It's everywhere,
right?
But no, people was literally jumping around. Oh, the Raiders racist. I'm just looking like, but the Clark County School District don't pay shit. They laying off people and talking about we got a deficit.
Right.
Tax they asses so you can pay these teachers. Because these are the same kids that are going to be in your neighborhoods that don't have education, don't have tutoring, don't have after-school programs. And then these upper echelon people, or the aristocracies of Las Vegas, they'll be the main ones shitting on the kids at the bottom. Like, oh, how do they act like that? But it's like, y'all have a chance to make sure things happen.
They haven't invested in them.
you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Just that stuff trips me out. But I guess you want to jump around about the Raiders. Go ahead.
What about the marijuana? Wasn't the school district supposed to get some of that
Where's
money?
that money? Oh, right. You're not getting any of that money.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be very skeptical about buying weed from the government. You don't know what the hell they putting in that shit.
Exactly.
You better still keep getting your weed off the street. You know what to do.
Keep your
Call
weed man.
Keep your weed man, nigga. Because you already know how these people are.
Uh-huh.
If they're making an abundance of it, something is not right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then they make it so hard for people to get it, to actually get the weed shops.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it every weed shop I see on TV, it ain't none of us?
Right. None
It
of
ain't
us.
never no melanated people. It's always everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, damn, we don't own no 7-Elevens. Hello, my friend.
No liquor stores.
We don't own no liquor stores. But they, look at Bell's Market.
Uh-huh.
I've been saying that to my mom. I'm like, why is this nigga even over here? And why are we even allowing him to be over here? But we can't go in their neighborhood. Man, they'll shut you down.
Yep. Before you get started.
I'm telling everybody, read Black Labor, White Wealth by Dr. Claude Anderson. Y'all can think he's crazy, but he's right. They got a little China, a little Cuba, a little Havana, a little Puerto Rico, a little this, a little that, a little Koreatown. And then what we got? The West Side with they're about to gentrify the West Side.
Uh-huh.
That's what they're getting ready to do, folks. So when
They're
you see
already
that,
doing it.
Thank you. When you see that Tenaya Creek, watch when they move all those niggas away from over there, that bylaw is gonna be a fucking Albertsons. It's gonna blow everybody's mind on the West Side, and what they're gonna be trying to do is entice our elders that live over there that ain't moving.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we'll give you $1 million for this home.
To sell your house. Uh-huh.
Because you think that's all. Oh my God, they're gonna give me in, and I've been here so long, and I paid it off, so it's a good deal. You understand what I'm saying?
I do. I've been telling people, keep your property.
Don't sell it.
Keep it. If you can't afford it, let me take care of it.
Thank you. Call me.
Uh-huh.
I look. Call me. I will go to what's that title loan? Titans title loan. Yeah, nigga, the one on Vegas Drive in Rancho. I'll be right there. The old gas station across the street from where my Mexican brothers and sisters be slinging the tires all night.
Uh-huh.
I'll be right there to get that money.
Uh-huh.
I'd go somewhere and get it.
Yes.
We don't own no real estate. That's why I just be like, why are we focusing on stuff like Starbucks? I get it though. You have to like nip that in the bud, but okay, it doesn't just stop there. Especially our Las Vegans. I just be like, I tell my nieces and nephews all the time, like nigga, they like my nephew. He sees it now because, excuse me, he said, man, Warren, we was dropping up MLK, and man, I didn't know they put a band over there and they put this and this and that. I said, they didn't put it over there for y'all niggas.
Right.
They're gonna eventually change that. It's gonna be MLK on the other side of the freeway, and once you get on like MLK, it's gonna be Camino Norte. They're gonna get rid of that shit altogether.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because Caucasians take that street up to work, to
Mm-hmm.
home.
Mm-hmm.
Because 031, see, 031 used to be the rest haven for us. You know, we moved from the west side, we moved from Von Tobel area.
Right.
You know, we moved from the east side because we had that. Look, man, I've been coming out here since I was 6. Can't no nigga tell me nothing. I know my grandfather used to live on Burns, across the street from the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
People are like, "What's Burns?" I'm like, "It's right across the street from the Jets."
Uh-huh.
He used to live in that house, that corner house. He used to rent the house
wow.
when I was a kid.
Okay.
When I was like 8 and 9 years old. When I came out here when I was 6, North Las Vegas, like Northtown, what they call that shit was nice over there.
Right.
It was nice.
Uh-huh.
I've been on the east side. I remember when my mom, y'all, I'm an 80s baby, so you know my mom ain't raised me. So,
Stop.
you know how it is. You know, mom have, and then my aunt and uncle did, but it was all good. When I remember my mom would drive me places, and when she would see black people, she would trip out, stop the car, get out, because you should know, in the 80s,
Mm-hmm.
we was all on
One side. Uh-huh.
So when my mom would be like on the east side somewhere and she'd see a black person, she would literally get out the car, give him a hug.
Wow.
And it would trip me out. And I'd be like, Mom, she was like, you gonna understand that it ain't no black people out here.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, 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 blah. And you gonna see, you know, all the niggas, they got us all segregated on, and I didn't get that as a kid
Mm-hmm.
because come from LA, all you see is black people. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
But when I came out here, I was like, damn, she right. And then when we got to the West Side, you know, which I liked because I was around people that I was comfortable with. So
that
it was
look like
normal.
you.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
And you know, there were certain parts of the West Side that you can tell was beginning to like become decadent because you got to think as time goes on, our population gets bigger.
Mm-hmm.
People ain't got no money. If one person is on the county, they're gonna tell you, "Hey, this is the hustle."
Mm-hmm.
Just you get on the county, let your nigga do what he got. You know how that go. I had a lot of church people like that.
Uh-huh.
There's a lady, I ain't gonna say her name. My brother knew what I'm talking about. She was on the county 30 years ago, living in the projects. Still on the county.
Stop.
Still living in the projects in Culver City.
Stop.
And she
30
knows
years?
That's what people do. It's they hustle. So it's like a
There's no cutoff?
no cutoff.
Oh.
No, look, man. When you see these type of things, what you think? Like, just the overall, the school, all that, the school districts, the property, what we teaching people, the Starbucks thing. What'd you think about that? Just think about it. If we really think about it, we make more issues out of a nigga telling us, y'all can't be here and I'm calling police on you. And we take that issue and we focus on that, I feel sometimes, and then we forget about the other stuff.
Everything else. The things that are most important. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying not to laugh.
Livelihood.
Look, I teach all my melanated people out there, teach your kids about property. Teach them about, because ain't nobody else going to teach them about it.
I
Teach
agree.
them about property. Get that Monopoly game and play it until they're blue in the face. And they're going to be like, why are we playing this? Because I want you to do, on this board, I want you to do it in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Monopolize the game.
Mm-hmm.
People should be buying property all day.
I agree. I agree.
And one time my mom's house, they bought the house for $80,000.
Wow.
$80,000.
Wow.
$80,000. In 2010, the houses in this area were $50,000, $70,000. They bought the house in 96, 97, and in 2010, 20 years later, it dropped again. Nobody took advantage of that shit.
Wow.
Do you have those problems? Do you see those problems with people that you around or people that you see? Do you tell them what they say?
A lot of them do. They think I'm just talking. Don't spit your water out. They think I'm just talking. I believe they don't see themselves as being homeowners. They've been renting from others for so long, or in apartments for so long. And when you tell them you can take that same money and pay your mortgage, and it's probably cheaper to pay your mortgage than what you're paying these people to rent and these apartments. But they think it's a huge responsibility, which it is.
It is.
However, it's yours.
Thank you. No, let me tell you something. What you saying is those are facts, and I'm gonna tell you why. That's a fact because some people they don't want to embark on that journey.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not sitting up here. Yes, we are homeowners. We ain't finna give our addresses and tell y'all where we live. We ain't dumb. But I'm just saying, we are homeowners, and we know it takes hard work and dedication. And there's a lot of facets to it. And it isn't easy. It is hard.
Right.
But if we teach,
Right.
lead one, teach one.
Exactly. But now they have programs that literally take you by the hand
Thank you.
and check off every single box to get what you want. You just have to put in the work and be disciplined with your money, your spending, get your credit together. And sometimes it's not even about the credit. So there's no
let me tell you
excuse.
something. I bought my house. See, here's the thing that people don't know. See, me and we go way back. I bought my house pushing a mailroom cart. Can't nobody tell me nothing.
That part. Mm-hmm.
I bought a house pushing a mailroom cart and, as my brother's saying, pass out balls at the city of Las Vegas. That's how I bought my house.
Mm-hmm.
No other way. So, the way these jobs are paying now, don't tell me you can't do it.
Thank
Because,
you.
nigga, I wasn't making what they starting off at these jobs now.
Thank you.
And I had to work night and day and miss out on there were so many times I used to be mad, but I'm glad because it showed me like the hard work and dedication.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I teach my nephew. I'll be telling them, you know, excuse my language, I'll be telling them, don't be a fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just, you know, God forgive me, but don't do that because you don't want to railroad yourself and be a self-sabotager. Like, you know, you don't want to be one of those type of people, oh, I can't do that. How do you know?
Exactly.
How do you know you can't?
Have you tried?
Thank you.
Did you try?
Look, I met this dude, right? This was a couple of years ago, and he was speaking not like matter of factly or in absolutes, but it was so funny how he was condescending at 1st.
Mm-hmm.
You know how a person kind of try to talk down to you,
Mm-hmm.
and you know me, you know, I just kind of go with it until he found out I own my own crib. Then his whole energy changed. Everything about him. And it was funny because I get that a lot.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Don't judge the book by its cover. Okay, go
let
ahead.
me tell you something new. If I told people half the things that my people tell me or have told me, I could write, you wouldn't even believe it. Like I told you before, my melanated people either love me or they hate me. I guess because I'm not oppositional. I want us to win.
Right.
But especially when it comes to like the job or not even the job. Just like, hey man, I'm not in competition with you. We are in competition with them.
Exactly.
We're a teammate, so I want you to win.
Uh-huh.
Everybody's different.
Uh-huh.
But when that man found that out, and he was melanated, and he was talking to me, and then when he was like, where you live? I think I had told you this. And I was like, oh, I live, you know, this area. You know, I gave him a description of the area, and he was like, oh, okay, yeah. He was like, so you live in an apartment or a house? And I was like, and at first, I was going to lie and say I live with my mama.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, nah, I ain't going to do that because eventually he's going to know somebody that knows me, and they're going to be like, he don't live with his mama. He's lying. So I said, okay. Oh, I live in a house. He was like, did you rent or you own? I knew he was crying. I was like, well, y'all own? He was like, oh. Whole energy changed.
Uh-huh.
This is how much it changed. He told everybody in his little circle, and now they're making little bit jokes and, oh man, you got the money, you got a house and all. But he has a home too. But it's just the point that for my age, you think that that's not applicable to us.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't do that to each other.
Right.
But if I was a Caucasian, you would just be expecting that.
Exactly.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Not
Yes.
saying this is their game.
Uh-huh.
And these are their rules. So I'm not saying, look, I'm not one of these people that, look, I watched the movie with Denzel Washington, The Equalizer 2.
Okay.
So I'm not going to give no spoilers, but there was just one part where he was just like, basically, nigga, don't blame it on the white man and make him the reason why you can't do what you got to do. And I'm one where I look at it from both perspectives. He's right.
Yes, he is.
Because, nigga, you can't just be like, oh, E40 has that on this song. What is that song called? It's a CD that came out in 2012. And Cat Williams is talking in the beginning. And I think it's produced by Rick Rock. And I'm sorry to go into detail, but I distinctively remember him at the end of the song saying, I'm tired of these niggas blaming it on the bitch or blaming it on the white man. Ooh, that's some real shit.
It is.
That's our cop-out.
It is. Easy. It's easy.
I missed that red light. Man, the white man.
It's Obama's fault.
It's so, oh my God. See, because that nigga got in there. And that's a whole nother thing. And I don't really get into that.
Right.
But I'm just saying, look, if you think about it, I think about it like this. This is how I think about it. We have to lead one and teach one.
Right.
And I like Marcus Garvey's approach. I don't care what religion you in.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just
All
talk.
together. Right.
But I don't care if you're Mormon. I don't care if you Jehovah's Witness, Christian, Baptist. That's not my issue. My issue is what we gonna do to empower each other.
Come on.
In a right way.
Right.
And teach these kids, because I look at it like this. Kids model who they're around, and they replicate what they see.
Exactly.
So, as a parent, you got to compete with the kids on the street as well as the internet.
And the entertainers.
And
exactly.
the entertainers.
Uh-huh.
And we got to stop placing, like, I don't expect Michael Jordan, LeBron James, none of those dudes to say anything on behalf of my people because they're in a position where it's called a meritorious manumission. A meritorious manumission is basically when they, okay, nigga, here are these butter biscuits. Now you go sit out in the corner and go to the big house. And then you eating like a fat cat while all the other niggas is out there picking the cotton. That's what meritorious manumission. Go pick up Black Labor Right Wealth by Dr. Claude Anderson. Go pick up Powernomics by, read those books. Read them. And it's going to make you upset because you're going to be like, damn. And see, this is how I know that those books are meaningful to my people because it's true. We be expecting people to speak up. And then the people that did speak up for us, we shit shaming them like Michael Jackson. People didn't know. There's an interview on Tariq Nasheed, which I do follow. Y'all need to check him out. And he interviewed Michael Jackson's niece. She was breaking it down about Mike. She was like, people don't know that my uncle was buying people's royalties, buying their catalogs back and giving it to them because he knew what record labels were doing to people. Why we don't talk about that? Why won't we talk about that? That's why when a person says some shit about I do take it offensive. It's like, do you know what he done for our people? Do you understand what I'm saying?
And he didn't put it all out there.
Look, do you give to be seen or do you want to be seen given? You know when it's offering time and they, let's go to church. And they, okay, this is a part of the, service, and they get, given it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shake it together, run it
crazy.
over. Okay. So while they doing that, and you got to walk around the table.
Fashion show
church
time.
The church that I grew up in, Kojak, Church of God in Christ.
Okay.
See Christ's answer, Acts 4:12. Don't have me going to it. I still remember that. Occupy.com, Luke 19:13. But anyway, I'll keep going.
Don't go ahead.
Okay, but anyway, that's the time where you walk around the table. Now, while you walking around the table, it's fashion show time, like you say. Everybody want to see what you got on, and then you want everybody to see how much money you put in the plate. So that's why I have the, do you want to be seen giving, or are you giving to be seen? Because if you giving to be seen, then you giving your offering when everybody's there.
Right.
If you want to be seen giving, then you know what? Let me
get an envelope.
Let me get an envelope and let me put this $300 in that envelope. And don't call my name out because it ain't about that.
And I don't have the hundreds fanned out so everybody can see it. Right. That part.
And two, don't be putting your mortgage money in the pastor's hands talking about, oh, pastor, I believe in you. And then you can't pay your mortgage. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
You're trying to give to be seen.
Exactly.
And I think which translates to, I gotta have this. I gotta have these things because if I don't have these things, they're not gonna. You understand what I'm saying? So when I heard what Denzel said in the movie, check it out. It's a good movie. It's damn, that's some real shit. Like he's saying real stuff. It flew over. I was watching just like when I went to go see. I hate to jump subject. When I went to go see Get Out.
Oh, okay.
Me and my girl was in there watching the movie. Why like 5 of these white boys got up and walked out the end? Because they killed all those white people and Lil Rel and all them survived. I was in there dying.
Are you serious?
I swear to God. At the Suncoast.
Wow.
No, nigga, and I'm not bougie. You know, people like, oh, look at him. He all the way at the Suncoast.
I was getting ready to say.
Yeah, but I go to the Santa Fe and I go to the AMC. I go to
Rainbow.
different ones. I just try to check it out. But when I went, I said, look at them. And they literally got up and left.
Wow.
They didn't have to be nowhere. They just didn't like the ending. Because they so used to us dying at the end of the movie.
The beginning of the movie.
Or at the beginning of the movie.
Exactly.
Or not even last it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I saw, I had to tell you the things I think. I saw The Purge. Now, no. I got to be honest. I think it was a great overall, like, where they was going. But why my nigga got to be a drug dealer, though? Why is it not the first one with Kevin Bacon. No, not Kevin Bacon. It was Ethan Hawke. Was in the first Purge.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was Ethan Hawke. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it was Ethan Hawke. Okay. The first Purge was decent. The black guy got away. He was running from somebody. He got away with it. And then the second Purge, that same black guy, he was with the dude with the scar from He's got a scar on his face, but he's a very good actor. He's from what's that series that used to be in Baltimore? It was like based off of true life. I forgot what it was called. But anyway, they were like a militia. They remind me of the Black Panther, and they were there to restore order because they knew that this government shit, the purge shit, was bullshit. Great. The third one was pretty good. It was a little Coonan and Butter Biscuit shit at the end. It was a little Coonan at the end, little Hayward Shepherd at the end.
Okay.
But for the most part, it was good.
Okay.
Only thing I didn't like is that this purge, my man, who was the star of the movie, I don't know, did you see it?
No.
He was a drug dealer. I'm sorry to spoil it for you, but he was. I didn't like that. I
Okay.
felt like they could have, like, why we gotta be that?
Gangsters, drug dealers, pimps.
Thank you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Drug
Like, it's like,
addicted.
damn, why we gotta do that?
Mhm.
Like, that's what I didn't like about the movie. But
Okay.
the concept was okay, but I just didn't like that. That part I didn't like. Because it translates. I just think we got it kind of effed up with this Wakanda shit.
Mm.
You know,
Wakanda forever.
we so satisfied with T'Challa.
Uh-huh.
You know, we not even looking at Killmonger. He had very good points in that movie, and I don't think people really understood that. That's all. That's just my point on it. That's why I just feel like, okay, you know how you said you talked about you was feeding the homeless and all that.
Yeah.
Most people think giving $1 on the side of the freeway ramp, they done their earthly duty, and now they're going to heaven.
No. Not so.
As my brother would say, it's a lot of niggas who think they're going to heaven, Warren,
Not going to hell.
and they not going to heaven. And he would say that a lot, you know, and it's true. I look at a lot of that. Just like how you say, I don't care what you got to do, keep your property. I don't think that resonates with our people.
It doesn't. You can drive through the West Side and see it doesn't.
Look, when I worked at Doolittle, and I'm big shots out to Doolittle, big shots out to the people that put me
Yes.
on, Nay, Tate, all the manners. I got love for them. R.I.P. to Jamie. When I worked there, I learned so much. When Lawrence Weekly used to do the backpack giveaway, shout out to Lawrence Weekly too. He was monumental in a lot of stuff, man. What I noticed when I was standing there with the marshals, I'll never put their names out there, but we was literally tripping out how many my Latino brothers and sisters was out there. But they don't patronize the facility. They not in none of the programs at Doolittle. Our people support Doolittle. I know because I work there. You know because you from the West. You know
Right.
what it is. I'm like, what? It wasn't a racist. I didn't say nothing belligerent. I just spoke, damn, what are all these? I was like, what are all these Mexicans doing out here? Like, what are they doing?
Uh-huh.
And that marshal turned around and looked at me. I'm not going to say their name, and was like, because anything that's free, they going to have their asses here begging to get it. And I was like, why you say that? They said, and this person was not black.
Uh-huh.
This marshal was a Caucasian. It was a Caucasian.
Wow.
She was like, she was like, this is what they do.
Wow.
And black people get that stigma about,
Yes.
we always begging, we always this. And she was like, if you only knew. And it, because I didn't even mean for it to come out like that. And I was like, look, I'm not, and she was like, I understand.
Uh-huh.
Because this is your community center.
Right.
Predominantly, West Side is known for African Americans. That's exactly what she said. She said, I said, you can say black people. She said, well, yeah, the West Side is known for black people.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, it's known for black people. She was like, but every time y'all saying y'all giving some away, look at who over here.
Mm-hmm.
And that day I was like, why don't we get it? I remember we had a all-star thing in 2007 at Doolittle. I remember it was dope. And it was great. Man, the way that was put on was phenomenal.
Oh.
It was our people there.
Uh-huh.
But you know what? They wouldn't give them away free shit. That's why.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And I don't think we get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dr. Claude Anderson says, we focus too much on everybody else's issues
But our own. But our own. We don't take care of our own.
We don't focus on our own.
Mm-hmm.
We don't.
I agree with that. Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And then I think we sit up here and be like, oh, the poor immigrants, and it's like, do you know what went on for the last 400 years?
Yes.
We need to stop watching. We need to stop watching these movies and really interpret what's going on. Because Hollywood gonna tell you what's going on. They just not gonna tell you
All
everything.
day.
Hollywood tells you what it is.
All day.
Y'all just don't pay attention.
Exactly.
Do you understand what I'm
We
saying?
think, oh, it's just entertainment. It's a movie. Oh, that's
Right.
crazy. But no, this is real.
Right. Exactly.
This been going on.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Like I told you that one time when I watched Wakanda, right? And because I don't call it Black Panther, I call it Wakanda.
Uh-huh.
So when I'm watching the movie and now they're like, oh, that white guy, remember that CIA he was like, oh, you think I have all the vibranium? They got all the vibranium there. They just haven't been telling you. He's been keeping secrets.
Uh-huh.
Now I read this book by Ivan Van Sertima called "They Came Before Columbus." The first thing those Caucasians said when they saw Africa and they saw our melanated brothers and sisters was, "What kind of metal is that? I've never seen metal that way." Read the book. They Came Before Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
That blew my mind when I saw that movie because I said, this is I've already read this. So don't tell me Stan Lee, like Tariq Nasheed. I thought the same thing. I said, this guy has probably studied us because people don't realize the first movie, blockbuster franchise movie was Blade. Didn't think about that, huh?
I did not.
In 97.
Wow.
It saved the franchise. It was going to go bankrupt. And he saved them. And he said, let's do Black Panther. And they was like, fuck a Black Panther. We going to keep doing this Blade shit until we don't make no more money. Because you know how they do it.
Right.
And I just really think that people don't look at those things. Like when you think about it, just think of Freddy Krueger. This nigga hunts you in your dreams. It's his world. And he takes the most precious thing to you and makes it evil because it's his world. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I still don't like Freddy Krueger.
Thank you.
To this day.
That's why, if you watch How High, Scrancho, who was the assistant pimp to Mike Epps, when they were in the car, and that girl was like, could we listen to D'Angelo? He said, ooh, you be better off fucking with Freddy Krueger than fucking with Powder. Hint, hint, because niggas know about Freddy Krueger.
Right.
That was very sadistic.
Right.
I couldn't even watch that at my aunt and uncle's house because it was so sadistic and so twisted how he would take anything that was something that was a fear or an insecurity and he would make a mockery out of it and then still kill you.
Yeah, he was cold.
Cold.
He was cold.
He wasn't just a brutal killer like Jason or Michael Myers.
Right.
No. I'm going to take your deepest fear and make a mockery out of it, and then I'll kill you. See what I'm saying? So it's like they're telling you what it is. Look at it. That's why I said when I read that book, it blew. Hey, check out They Came Before Columbus.
Wow.
Check that book out. It's a great book. I think when we go see these movies, like Get Out, it was very interesting how, oh, you want to go to the sunken place.
Oh, not the sunken place.
He's like, no.
I will not allow anyone to stir
Ever again, huh?
in my presence.
Yeah, because
you cannot.
Because because that's what it'll do. It rock people to sleep.
Yeah.
Even I was tripping like, damn, why she staring at TV?
Oh, I knew right away. I picked up on it right away. I said, oh, this is not good.
Yeah, and he didn't even know what she was doing.
Nope.
And then people didn't know that girl was. You see how she went on the internet?
Right, eating her Cheerios. Was she eating cereals?
Eating cereal. Listen to music. Like, oh, this is what we do.
Yes.
Because they harvest our organs because of the melanin. I don't know a lot about melanin, but I can tell you this. Reading this book called Medical Apartheid, and no, I'm not trying to be on here like I'm this philosopher and I read a lot of books and all that. Look, I just started reading like 4 or 5 years ago. So you can treat me like one of them inmates that's doing the bid in the pen. You know, this is a newfound knowledge to me. When I read the Medical Apartheid, that's what they was doing to us. There was a story in that book that messed me up. This dude broke his leg. He was working for a company. This was like, I think the antebellum period or right after like the mid 1800s or late 1800s, 19. Don't quote me on that. Well, basically, he broke his leg because he fell off a truck. I think he was just like unloading trucks and loading trucks. That was his thing.
Okay.
And he misstepped and he fell and he broke his leg. Well, he didn't want to go to a county general hospital because he know what they do to you. So he wanted to go to a good hospital, but he didn't go to a good hospital because he was like, I don't have the money, blah, blah, blah. So he went. They shot his leg full of plutonium and had to amputate his leg. Because they studying our shit.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Experimenting and all this other
They
stuff.
was tripping. A lot of the slave masters was tripping because they like, how the fuck everybody getting yellow fever but these niggas? Why everybody dying but these niggas?
Mm-hmm.
Like Dr. Claude Anderson says, because they knew we were a peculiar breed and we were the ones that could withstand all the shit that they were about to, you know, bestow upon us. But I'll take it even further. Nuke, people don't even know what a Moor is. They don't even know what we did. They don't even know that white people were our slaves. They don't even believe that. If you told a black person right there, oh, nigga, you, because that's all they being shown.
Right.
Slave movies, Amistad, Django. Who's this nigga with the horse?
It's not the real history.
It's a lot of Stevens from Django out there, but that's what they show you. I was reading, when I read another book, The Moors in Spain. I read two books that say the same thing. The Moors in Spain and Ancient and Modern Britons, 1 and 2. Remember I was telling you about that book?
Yes.
It's a hard read, but it will kind of scare you a little bit because in the Moors in Spain, they was basically like when they would go, like, okay, you have Islamic faith and then you have Christianity. Well, back in the day, Islamic faith, you know them, very clean. Cleanliness is next to godliness. If your house is dirty, you already know what a Muslim gonna do to you. They gonna tar and feather you. Because that's how they believed at first. It was a myth. We just thought it was a joke. Right. When I read this book, basically, when they went to certain parts of Europe, they was just like, y'all nasty. Like, this faith is, y'all nasty. Y'all need to learn to take baths and showers and, like, you know, they was nasty. And I was like, but if you tell the average black person that, they'd be like, yeah, right. Moors my ass. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
That's why I think when people go see movies, pay attention to what you're being shown.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
They had a movie called The Post. It was with Meryl Streep and it was great actors in that movie. And it was basically about that dude, Daniel Ellsberg, who stole because he's got a book, I haven't read it yet, it's called The Pentagon Papers. Basically how they lied about the Vietnam War.
Oh dear.
And that shit. But we're not gonna go see that. But guess how many people was in there watching it?
How many?
All Caucasians. And I was the only one in there watching.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
All Caucasians. There's a lot of movies I go check out and people be like, why you look? I'm like, cuz man, they're telling you what it is.
Right,
I just don't think people pay attention to it. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Black Hawk Down. You seen that movie before?
I have not. No.
Black Hawk Down, good movie. Them Somalians wasn't taking that shit. They didn't kill all them white boys. They trying to go out there. But we don't have that. We don't band together. You know when we band together? When it's time to go fund me to bury somebody.
You're right.
That's when we band together.
But we should have insurance anyway. Well, I mean, we should.
I don't know. No, I think this. I think that's a fact. But we're not talking about insurance. What did you just say? I'll tell you what I tell most people. When they like, well, why don't you tell people? People look at me like I'm crazy. Why are you investing in that stock market? They ain't gonna get you nothing. That's them white people money. Don't let them white people control your money. That's what I get.
Same thing. Me too. It's not expensive.
No, it ain't.
It's very affordable. Miss a meal. Take your lunch.
Bring your lunch to work.
Right.
Well, I gotta eat McDonald's.
You might need to fast anyway.
Thank you.
Anything.
But I just think that's what I think. My perspective. Because most people, they take my perspective for, oh, he thinks he's right. This is just my perspective.
Right.
Everybody's going to have a difference of opinion. That's why I don't say, well, that's why when you said you were feeding the less fortunate, you mean to tell me there ain't enough billionaires, enough 1%ers where they can get together and divide that pie sprinkling among. But why? Because then that would end social stratification. That would end all kinds of gentrification things, and you know why? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Because that's sad.
It's
about the West
sad.
Side.
It's very sad.
That tripped me out when I saw that Tenaya Creek over there on the west side. That didn't bother you? It bothered me.
Absolutely. You took it from Tenaya and moved it over there?
And
What's your plan?
And thank you. And for all those people that don't know, Tenaya is in 89128, where this Tenaya Creek was, and that is the medical district, probably one of the upper echelon areas of the medical district, because that area is more of a, it's by Doc Romeo Park, and it's more of a, this is when you start getting to more of the aristocracies of Las Vegas, besides like Queens Ridge and all the other stuff. But it's a very decent area.
Right.
And for you to move it on the west side, I was just like,
What's the plan?
what you doing over here?
What do you know?
You must know something.
What do you know?
What you bet they gonna put a Lowe's across the street from there? Or a Home Depot or something. And then they gonna, the coast, y'all niggas better get ready. I wanted to tell them when I had the delivery over there one time when I had to be over there, I was like, man, y'all niggas better get ready because y'all next. Only thing that's gonna be over there is that Andre Agassi Boys and Girls Club.
Wow.
People think that they put that bank there for them.
Wow. There was a plan.
That's what people think. Oh, they doing nice stuff for us. As my little sister Andrew was saying, they got Martin Luther King looking like Boulder Highway. Like, something is not right. I'm like, I'm trying to tell you, they building all that stuff.
Exactly.
I saw some young melanated kids cleaning up that old, you know where Sonny's Market is? Or not Sonny's Market, what's that? Pat's gas station on Vegas Drive, or Owens and MLK? You know the gas station? And then the one across the street? I saw some melanated kids cleaning that up.
Really?
Yeah, so I would like to know what it is. It's just sad, man. Because you know what's going to happen. This is what I think is going to happen. I think that once they gentrify the west side the way they want, they're going to get rid of Bell's Market. They're going to get rid of Throwers. They're going to get rid of all that bullshit, the Post and all that shit. And he going to see a higher, then seven, nigga, then you out. Because you see what they did over there off of Revere and all that. Okay, in Commerce.
What'd they do?
They got new houses all right there. They already got the land dug up. Okay, when you take Cary all the way down, like you getting ready to go to
the left.
To the left.
That's right.
They building houses right there.
Yes.
So what do you tell a nigga that's been living over there for the last 30 years? And now my back, it used to be dirt back there, and now it's gonna be because they're coming. All that area, all you people that live in 031 and all that, keep your property. Keep your property. Because over here, even everywhere, they trying to move niggas out and move the people in.
I get calls all the time.
Me too.
They want to purchase my house.
Yep.
Cash.
Because they know.
We make it easy for you.
Thank you. You know why? Because this area that we live in, and no, we not saying what area we live in. Nigga, we ain't dumb. Niggas be showing up. I'm out. Ooh, I want to. I got something to say too. No, but in this area. Because I already know. I see it. I see it all the time. Not just be like, these niggas don't get it. They really don't get it. Especially when I go on the west side, because, you know, damn, my mom's live over there. So I'm like, then you see Madison, I see a whole bunch of Latinos.
Yeah. On D Street too.
As soon as we move out, they move in.
Exactly.
That's how this neighborhood was that I stay in. Once the time in this neighborhood, when I first bought my house, it was elderly white people, elderly black people, and a little bit of elderly Latino brothers and sisters. It was them. It was a little mixture of both. But as the economy tanked, these other races, they put their money together and said, we'll just wait till it tanks and then we'll buy the property.
Why can't we do that?
Look, my cousin, I ain't gonna say nobody's name, but in 2010, they were in this house where we at, because y'all, we ain't in no damn studio. Ain't nobody got time for that. And they was on the street, and I'll never forget, my mom, R.I.P. to my mom, was like, you know that house on the corner is only $50,000. Y'all need to be investing your money. They looked at my mom like, well, you ain't got shit, so why we gonna listen to you? I could tell that's how they was looking. And now, this was 2010. It's 2018. They're renting. They don't even own anything.
Wow.
You see what
They
I'm
didn't
saying?
listen.
They didn't listen. And they were shocked when they returned. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put them on blast, but you know, my brother had a good time that day because he loved to see how they felt. Like they was like, so this y'all? I'm like, yeah. It's like, how long you been living here? I was like, since the last time you guys came. Y'all just weren't paying attention. And it's like, oh, yeah, this is real nice. Well, I'm like, it's a house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
hard work and dedication.
Right.
But and they had money.
Wow.
They had resources. They had access to real money.
Wow.
And they was just kind of like, we gonna buy cars and clothes and Gucci this and all
jewelry,
that stuff. And this is the thing, Gucci and Louis and all that, they don't even want niggas wearing that shit.
Right.
You better watch Hidden Colors. Tommy Hilfiger told Nas, when Nas was on a cruise, like a ship, like it was like a yacht party. Tommy Hilfiger was like, oh, what are you doing here? Are you rapping or something? Are you performing? That's what he told Nas. That's what they think about us.
But what have we given them?
What's up, Tyrone? Do you like juggle or what do you do, man? You sing or because we
entertain
like
us.
to entertain these. Look, I am not a smiley person. When I'm only smiling when I'm around my people. When I'm not around my people, I really don't really smile like that because they take that as you want a buck dance, you want a butter biscuit, you know, or you're a Hayward Shepherd. And for all you that don't know who Hayward Shepherd is, if you go pick up Dr. Claude Anderson's book, both of them, he explains what a Hayward Shepherd is. He's that nigga that told on John Brown, "Ooh, massa, they coming." He's that nigga. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, because we get around them and we think we supposed to, but then they buying up all our property and we just sitting here with our thumbs, you know, twiddling our thumbs, talking about, "Ooh, you got the new J's?" No diss.
Right.
Go get the new J's. I want my people to look fresh, but I also want my people to invest in themselves, man.
First.
Invest in yourself first, then you can go buy whatever you want.
Right.
I'm talking to my younger brothers and sisters that don't understand what, or have the concept of what life is really about. Do you understand what life is really about?
Right.
You know what most young niggas think? And this is out of line to say this, and God forgive me. I'm supposed to fuck hoes and buy Jordans and have rims.
Right.
and kick it with my niggas.
And look fly.
And look fly.
Uh-huh.
That's what they think. And that's what they're being shown.
And have unprotected sex so I can have babies everywhere.
Everywhere, or STDs.
Right.
But the babies.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just take Lil Wayne. You done made a baby with everyone. And now you're on wax talking about you're owed $60 million. That's why you don't let your dick write a check that your ass can't cash.
Right.
So what are you doing?
Uh-huh.
See, you thought it was funny to be out there running through all those women.
Right.
Now all those women need money, and you have created such a perception in people's mind that you have all this money because some people believe what they see on TV. But now you up here talking about, baby, owe me $60 million. Because that's what niggas think they supposed to do, because people replicate what they around.
Right.
So if you show them different, sometimes they'll do, it just has to be shown. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I saw a lot of that shit growing up and niggas having babies, but one thing about me, I was like, I don't really want to be dealing with all that as a you know, your 20s is meant for you to, like, learn who you are. You know what I mean? So I just, you're right. They just went, as, what's the name, Tony Braxton's mama say, lay it low and spread it wide. That's a real show, and that's real. You know what I mean? That's real.
Yes.
Like, that's what niggas want to do. It. Hey, I'm not mad at them, because at one point in time, when I was in my 20s, I was trying to go for what I knew. But then there were a lot of times where girls would tell me I was weird, because they'd be like, "You weird?" Because I'd be like, "Well, what you want to do in 5 years?" I don't know what I'm trying to do in 5 years, but I'm trying to smoke in 5 minutes. That's the topic, and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm not touching you."
Right.
I know what you gonna do.
No plans, no goals.
Thank you. You gonna try to have a baby on me, and then thinking I'm gonna be paying for everything
in 5 years.
Thank
exactly.
You. Nah, because you'll end up at Lake Mead, float up a river without a paddle, with a blindfold on.
These are jokes. These are just jokes.
These are jokes. Nuke does not condone any of the words that come out of my mouth. But hey, man, this was good today.
Yes.
What you think? We gonna reconvene. We'll have some new topics for y'all, but we ain't gonna be on. We ain't gonna be telling no messy shit. And we'll holler at y'all sometime in the future. And by the way, stay black and die. Peace.
Peace.